Hi and welcome back to The Clothes Show, episode 9. Coming up in The Clothes Show today, it's all about the capsule wardrobe. Is the capsule wardrobe a help or a hindrance? I am still on the fence with this, actually, and I went down a rabbit hole, a very dark rabbit hole. In all transparency, the capsule wardrobe is one of the questions I get asked as a stylist quite a bit. What is a capsule wardrobe? How does it work? How do I get one? And as I'm styling for clients, I find I say the same types of things. You know, they're investment pieces, they're base pieces, they're pieces that you can add on to whatever. It has been the hardest thing for me to do since I started this weekly series on The Clothes Show. Because I realized as a maximalist, I've been collecting clothes for 25 years. And then when I'm looking at what a capsule wardrobe is, if I follow the rules of what a capsule wardrobe is, it is so difficult for me to put that into 30 to 50 pieces, which is allegedly the right amount of clothes to have for a capsule wardrobe. So in the video, you will see me putting these pieces together, and I'm talking about where I got them and all of that kind of stuff. So it's quite interesting. And then what you don't see is the part where I started looking to style them on myself and getting so frustrated because A, they were so boring, and B, I'm thinking, I don't even think I remember wearing that blazer in 5 years or 4 years or whatever. Why is it here? So then that got me thinking, okay, I'm going down, I'm going to research this a little bit more. How did it start? Where did it come from? So where did the concept come from? So fun fact, the capsule wardrobe was, I was going to say invented. The concept came from a designer called Susie Faux, F-A-U-X, Faux. And she was a designer, and she basically put together a capsule wardrobe concept when she was designing her collection, I'm guessing, I would imagine, whereby, you know, you could have, 7 to 10 pieces of her collection and you could make 30 to 40 outfits out of them, I guess. And that was super clever, and I understand why she did that. And then that was picked up again by Donna Karan, I think, in the 80s. And so it evolved on and it evolved on. The concept of it was, to make people's life easier, so you could go to your wardrobe and you could just pick out your outfits. You knew exactly what you had, and you knew how to style them, and it was to save time. And essentially it was really for minimalists, not for maximalists, because that was my problem when I started looking at how to style for myself, which I've never done before because I know my wardrobe inside out and I put outfits together in seconds for myself. However, it then got me thinking more about the psychological part of all of this, which is what I do. And so I went down a very dark rabbit hole, as I said at the start. And I started thinking, okay, no wonder people have such a struggle in owning their style and understanding how to style, because the first thing I suppose people would do is they would Google, or go on social media and try and look for capsule wardrobes, and they all look the bloody same. The thing that struck me was that it didn't go into body shapes at all. Okay, so the 3 key pieces that they had from the 70s right through to 2025 was a wrap dress, was wide leg pants, and a midi length skirt. Okay, now if you are like me, a pear shape, and you're small on top and you carry all your weight in your thighs and your hips and your tummy, a wrap dress isn't necessarily the best option for you because it tends to hug around your thighs, and it also makes it, because it's wrapping around you quite tightly on top, it's also making your shoulders, your top frame look very small, and then you can basically see the shape you are. You can see how small you are on top and then how wide you are on the bottom. So a wrap dress, unless it's a specific type of wrap dress, is not a good look for me, or for pear shape in general. Then a pair of wide leg trousers. Okay, I don't think you can go too far wrong no matter what body shape you are. High-waisted, we always go, yes please, high-waisted, especially when we get older, if we want to try and hide a tummy or whatever. But also if you are very, very petite, sometimes they're not the best option, but you wear a heel. Okay, fine. And then the midi length. A midi length, that's terrible, because if you also, like me, have cankles, or you carry weight in your legs, or your legs are bigger, midi lengths can be super unflattering. It's very, very important as to where the length of the hem of the skirt or the dress drops. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in video in the part 2 of this video. So anyway, that was questioned. The other thing that questioned me more, which I questioned more than any of this actually, minimalist, and that is your style and your aesthetic. Fair enough, but for the most part, a lot of these people, they're struggling. Their personalities aren't going anywhere. Everybody looks the same. So that's, to me, and I know if you go down that road of the capsule wardrobe, they will say you add accessories, you bring your personality out in them. But if you don't know how to do that, how the hell do you do that without hiring a stylist? And not everyone can afford a stylist. Do you see where I'm going with this? So there's so much wrong, I think, to how the capsule wardrobe is presented. There's things missing, right? Like you can look at, say, okay, you have your capsule wardrobe, you have all these basic pieces, and then you add key pieces. What's a key piece to someone? Now I know what a key piece is, but what is a key piece to somebody? And then someone's like, how do I incorporate that? How do I style that? So there's a ton, but the biggest things that are missing, and I know from any capsule wardrobe that I have looked at, that they don't account for body shapes and they don't account for personal style. And sorry, the third thing, because I knew there were three things. The third thing, is it even possible to follow your, to stick to a capsule wardrobe? Do you not get terribly bored? Same stuff all the time. I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you continue to still buy, right? And you'll continue to still add. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of having a capsule wardrobe in the first place, isn't it? Or is it? You see, all of these questions, so many questions. On that note, let's jump into the video. Be prepared for more ramblings about my explanation of what a capsule wardrobe is. But there's some good stuff in there in terms of where I actually bought my pieces and how I buy my actual investment pieces. The one good thing, and the last thing I'll say on this, the one good thing I'll say about a capsule wardrobe is the messaging behind it was to buy well and buy less, right? So you invest in the pieces so you don't have to buy lots more pieces. Like you're spending wisely, basically, right? And it's sustainable, which I love. And you know, you're staying away from the whole fast fashion shit, which I love. Okay, so that message is important to me. So that's really the most important thing to me. So that's what I'm going to focus on in this week when I'm styling my rail, and I come back to you and we go through all of that for part 2 of this challenging the status quo, I guess we could call this. Is a capsule wardrobe help or hindrance, and does the perfect one really exist? Anyway, we'll jump in and I'll chat to you when you come. Hi, and welcome back to our weekly series of The Clothes Show. Today I want to go through something. Actually, I want to bring everything back to basics a little bit, because the biggest question I get asked as a personal stylist, and it seems like an awful a question that people just get themselves into an awful tizzy over. It's basically, what is a capsule wardrobe? Clients will always say to me, what is a capsule wardrobe? How can I get a capsule wardrobe? How can I make a capsule wardrobe? I need a capsule wardrobe. Without really understanding what a capsule wardrobe is, and without understanding, well, obviously, I'm going to explain that, but without understanding the fact that it's just bloody basic. A capsule wardrobe, in actual fact, is just the foundation of what you put on, i.e. a pair of jeans and a top, or a pair of trousers and a top, or a dress or a skirt and a top. It's the basics. It's basically the fundamental things that you put on before you start styling yourself and really making it that personal style. So everyone has their own style, everyone has their own personal style, and there is nobody in the universe that should be telling you what is right or wrong for your personal style. But a capsule wardrobe is basically creating that foundation and then layering on the style on top of it, okay? So what I thought we could do today is I'm going to bring you into my dressing room. We're in our studio right now. I'm going to take you into my dressing room and I'm going to show you a capsule wardrobe, my capsule wardrobe, and I'm going to show you basically how I style my capsule, how I would style, how I'd make a few outfits out of the capsule wardrobe, let's say. Now, a capsule wardrobe should be pretty generic, okay? I should be able to look at someone else's capsule wardrobe and go, okay, I can use this and I can then create my own style, okay? So it should be pretty generic. That's the whole point of it, I guess. Video, and we're going to look at picking some capsule pieces out of here, and I'm going to show you then how I style. Okay, I would normally say to people, have maybe 3 pairs of jeans. Let's start with jeans. Sorry, I should have said let's start with the bottoms. Yeah, and I would normally say to people, let's have about 3 pairs of jeans. So 3 types of style, your ride or die jeans that you can always pick up, put on, and know that they look great. And that's really going to depend on your shape, okay? I'm a pear shape, so typically what suit me are the flare jeans. I love a good flare, so I love kind of a hugging enough, not too tight, because I carry all my weight in my hips and my thighs, but the flare tends to balance it out at the end. So I like a good flare. I do love a wide leg pants and a wide leg jean, because they also balance me out again because my shoulders are very small. So if you think of a triangle or a pear shape, that's me. I love a skinny, even though they're not my friend. Sometimes they're my friend, sometimes they're not. But when I wear a skinny jean, I'll always wear a chunky boot. So again, it kind of balances the silhouette. But let me show you the jeans that I would choose as my ride or die. Okay, first up, the skinny pair of jeans. I have these in black as well. Either or for me. These are, actually I love them in the blue. I love this color denim blue. They're very stretchy, which is not always great, because if you put a bit of weight on, you don't notice so much, which I don't like. I like to know if I've put on weight so I can lose a few pounds, right? Because we want to fit into our clothes nicely. We don't want them tight around us. These are Paul Costello. I bought these a few years ago in Dunnes in Grafton Street, and there are some jeans I've had in here for years. I'm not even joking you. Let me just show you super fast. This is a pair of Victoria Beckham's. Anyone remember Victoria Beckham when she designed her jeans? These are, I think it was Rockin' Republic. Rockin' Republic, am I right? Or yeah, that she did a collab with. Look at the studs. I cannot tell you. These were like £500 or something stupid back in the day. I couldn't even really afford them, but I bought them anyway. And again, as you can see, they're a kind of not a wide leg, they're a straight leg down, but they do have, well, yeah, do you know what, they are actually a bit of a flare at the end. I don't know, I need to put them on, because if I remember, they kind of hug you here and they do flare out a bit, although it's kind of hard to see the way that they're structured when I have them up. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I can't believe I still have these. They're a little bit big. I probably should get them taken in. But they've worn so well, they've lasted so well. I mean, if you think about it, these must be, geez, 20 years old. Would they be 20 years old? No, maybe the ones in black. They didn't wash so well, but considering how old they are, actually, to be honest with you, they're quite good. They're in quite good nick. I love Paul Costello. Absolutely love pair of jeans of mine are my wide leg. I think these are M&M. Which ones are these? I know these are my favorite ones anyway. I thought these were is it M&M or M and Me? I'll put these all down for you anyway. I can't remember. But anyway, these jeans are a big favorite of mine. They're high-waisted, so they come up like this. They're super wide leg. They're really funky. You can wear boots under them in the wintertime, and you can wear little flips and whatever you want in the summertime. And I love that color denim. It's kind of, I feel like it's a cool, fresh denim. It's a little bit more acceptable than like a stonewash, if you know what I mean. So I absolutely love those jeans. So they are definitely family. So these are also a pair of Michael Kors. I got these in Macy's when I was in New York. They are, I actually think these are more mid-rise than high-rise, if I remember correctly how they sit. But again, they have that beautiful, not as wide as the M&M ones, but wide enough. These are kind of more dressy. They have that lovely line going down the front of them, and then they have, you know, really nice gold hardware, and they have the logo at the back. So they're kind of a bit more dressy. And I feel like in a capsule wardrobe, you should always have a pair of dressy jeans as well. So I know I can pull any of these, like these 3 pairs of jeans right now, I can pull anytime, and I know I'm going to feel great and I'm going to look great. But depending on the type of style that I'm after, from a capsule perspective, I have my dressy jeans, I have my skinnies, which I know exactly the kind of aesthetic I always wear, because you can dress skinny jeans up as well, right? You can dress them up, you can dress them down. I hate that word dressing down, but you can make them more casual, or you can wear a pair of heels with them if you want to. And then those wide leg ones, you know, I would typically wear with my trainers, I would wear with my flips, I would wear with heels. Probably wouldn't wear them. Have I worn them in the summertime? I might dress them up a little bit more. But the point is, any of these jeans I can wear casually, or I can wear more dressed up. And I'm kind of thinking in my head all the outfits that I normally wear these with. And I look and feel great. And that's all that counts. So that's the jeans. Okay, so let's go to trousers. Okay, so moving on, what we want to look next at are trousers. And similar to your jeans, I would recommend that you would maybe have a couple of pairs of trousers, again, that you can whip on and whip off and feel and look great in according to your shape. Okay, so it has to flatter your shape. And sticking with the jeans aesthetic, I like a straight leg trouser pant, or I like a wide leg trouser pant. Sometimes if I ever had flares, I've had flares, but typically it would be straight and wide length. They'd be the two I would have in my capsule. So this is a beautiful pair, one of my all-time favorite pairs of pants I have. They're 100% wool. These are Alexander McQueen's, and I actually got them on, I think I got these on Yox, YOOX. I will ensure that I put everything down here for you, which were a third of the price. So typically these must have been normally, I think these were over €1,000 or more they would have been. And I think I paid about 200 and something for them at the time, maybe 300. They're definitely an investment piece. All of the capsule wardrobe pieces that you have should be investment pieces, because they're pieces you can pick up and put down every single year. Okay, the only reason you won't be doing it is if you can't fit into them. So basically these are they're just beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're so easy to style. Absolutely love them. Definitely a capsule wardrobe piece for me. Okay, another capsule piece for me. Oh, actually they're not these, but these I did live in a lot for winter. And would they be a capsule? Do you know, they probably would be a capsule piece for me. They would be all day long. These are, again, Alexander McQueen skinnies. I got them on Vestiaire. I paid about 90 quid for these, I think, or maybe 120, but not a ton. Obviously pre-loved. Ripped the bloody knee out of them as soon as I went like that. I sat down, I was putting on my boots, and I bust the knee open. But that's okay, that can be repaired. But I typically would wear long boots over these. I haven't got them repaired yet. Sometimes I look at them and I kind of think, do I want even to get them repaired? Because they kind of look kind of cool with the rip. I could also put a little denim underneath that myself and just put a little denim patch in, do you know what I mean? Anyway, the point is, they're stunning. They are hipsters though, which doesn't suit my figure as well. So I have to be kind of careful how I style them and how I wear them, because I don't want anything coming over. However, having said that, yes, let's put those into my capsule base, because they're kind of like the trouser version of my skinnies. What I was looking for was a pair of wide-legged pleathers. Is that them here? Yeah, okay. So if you look at, and you'll see the trend going on here, if you look at the M&M wide-leg jeans, these are kind of the equivalent of the jeans. They're basically wide-leg pleathers. They're high-waisted, and they look phenomenal with anything. They will take you anywhere. You can wear them casually, or you could dress them up. So these were only, oh, these are Fourth Reckless. So I got this on Fourth Reckless, again, a few years ago. Yeah, they are definitely in my capsule. So these are my three go-to pants. And if you notice, they're actually, I've just noticed myself, they're black. They're all, two of them are in black and one is in print. So we're sticking to quite neutral neutral colors here, really. So it's very easy to style. You can kind of just put any color against them and they will work. Okay, so I always say to my clients, have 2 or 3 dresses in your wardrobe that make you feel like an effing superstar. Okay, one dress I have had forever is this beautiful DKNY dress I got in the States. Again, I got this in New York on my travels somewhere, or maybe it was in Santa Barbara. Actually, might have been Santa Barbara, but it was in a Macy's store. I have never been able to get this dress again. And I went hunting for it because I wanted it in different colors, because this dress has taken me from dinner parties to funerals to big corporate presentations back in the day on stage. This dress has literally taken me everywhere, and it just fits me beautifully and I feel phenomenal. And it, you know, if you look at it, it's a great length. You can't see that properly here, but I'll show you later. It's a super length. Again, it's black. You can style her with anything, and she's got a great neckline as well. So this dress is the bomb, and she's beautiful, kind of satin. I've just noticed, because I have never done this for myself, as in this would be my capsule wardrobe. They're all black, and I'm such a color fiend, so it's crazy that I'm choosing all black as my capsule, right? Oh, anyway, This is one I recently bought in Brian Thomas sale. And the reason I love this so much is because she's so much fun. And again, you can actually wear her summer and winter. So she has that big, beautiful, dramatic, puffy sleeve that I love. She is that stretchy material here, so she brings you in and gives you a lovely figure, and then she goes out. It's not tulle, it's just whatever fabric it is, but she kind of just playfully goes out. She's 3/4 length. You can put your boots under her, you can put lovely heels on if you wanted to. She's just literally a piece by herself. I absolutely love this dress. Recent enough purchase, but definitely one of my go-to dresses if I wanted to dress up and feel great. Okay, so for my last dress, I could put a party dress in, even though both of those would bring me to parties, but a really dressy up dress, that would be in my studio. That's where I hang my dressy dresses. And I know there's one specific dress, it's a Dolce & Gabbana. I treated myself to my 50th birthday. I absolutely love it. It was the one that Kim K collabed with Dolce with, and it's just a black dress, but it has a, you know what, I'll show it to you. But I'm more thinking now, would I wear, I'd like to inject some color. So I'm thinking, what else? Oh, do you know what? Okay, I can't believe this is black again. My goodness. Anyways, this dress, actually, speaking of Kim K, this is a Skims dress. And the reason I would have this in my capsule is because this is such a great piece to wear during the summer with a pair of flips. You can wear this you can even wear this in the winter time with long cardigans over it. It's the kind of dress you can pull on. And you know, I don't know if you're like me, but if you're away on holidays, and let's say you're staying in a hotel or something and you have to go down for breakfast, this is a great dress just to get up in the morning, just throw on basically, put on your pair of shoes, your flips, even if it's your slippers, it doesn't matter, and go down and have breakfast in. It's that kind of dress, you know. I normally wear this with long scarves over them. I wear them, I've worn it so many different ways, to be honest. Yeah, you know what, that would be my capsule dress. So they would be my 3 capsule dresses right there. So we'll bring those in. Okay, let's move on to tops. Okay, let's move on to skirts, and then we can do tops. So over here, my first go-to skirt, without a shadow of a doubt, is where is she? This one. Okay. This is a Vivienne Westwood skirt I bought on Vestiaire, and again paid a fraction of the price for her. She was too big, so I got her taken in, and this skirt is just golden. She's this beautiful kind of shimmery, she's kind of like a stone base with this beautiful shimmery, just, I don't know, like flecks of different colors in her. So you can really style her with anything. She's just such a beautiful silhouette when she's on. She's a high waist, and look at even the lining inside is just, obviously it's Vivienne Westwood. Yeah, but she's a high waist and she's so flattering on, especially since I got her fitted for me. I got her taken in and fitted to the shape of my own, obviously my body. I can wear her with, I typically would wear her with high boots in the winter time, and then I might wear her with a pair of heels in the summertime. I adore her. She is my capsule skirt because she's just so versatile. There's so much I can do with her. I think as another capsule item, I have to put a tulle skirt in. This is a recent purchase. I have lots of tulle there. The reason I'm picking this one is because it's very neutral, and I can wear a ton of different colors with her. She reminds me very much of a Chloe piece, that real boho vibe. I cannot think off the top of my head that beautiful designer that is the new designer for Chloe. What is her name? Oh my goodness. No, she won't come to me actually. My head is too mashed. But she's beautiful, and when I wear this skirt, I typically wear the front tucked in. I'd wear some boots underneath her, and in wintertime, in the cold, I mean, we're only coming in now to really kind of starting the warm weather, so my head is still, I suppose, back in winter and in the cold. But I would wear the front of her tucked into the forefront of an over the knee boot, just like they style her in Chloe. Phenomenal. This is an All Saints. I got her in All Saints last year actually, and yeah, I love her. I would wear her in the summer and I would wear her in the winter. Absolutely beautiful piece, makes me feel so feminine, so floaty, so pretty. She's gorgeous. Okay, she is definitely in my capsule wardrobe. Go to blouses they're not orange, by the way, so they're going to look terrible when I pull these out. But my go-to tops are frills. So I would typically wear these frilly numbers, particularly any time in the winter time, even in the summer. Well, not so much in the summertime, let's be honest. I'm not really going to wear these in the summer. Although I could probably wear this one. No, I take that back. I would wear that in the summer with a pair of jeans if it was a cool enough climate. But for me personally, I just love a frill. I love anything with a bit of detail. But the reason that these are in my capsule wardrobe is because they're white and they will literally go with anything. There's nothing that these will not go with. So I need to pick one because there's no point in me picking two. So I'm going to pick the less creased one. So we're going to go with that one. Are great. I should have said these are great blouses to have in your wardrobe. This one's in more of a cream color. You have to be very careful. If you are a warm toned person, don't go a cool white because it'll just make you look like a ghost. And similarly, if you are a cooler person, don't go for a warm white because that just won't do anything for you. So just make sure if you look and you try and figure out if you're warm or cool, because it is very, very important to do that when you're wearing white. White and black are particularly bad, or hard, I should say, to wear. So you kind of have to figure that out. So I can do another session on that another time though. So this color is my color. This is a very kind of creamy color. Again, it's not orange, but yes, I didn't realize. Like I said, this is very impromptu. So that's one blouse. Another blouse, I'm trying to think. This is hard for me because a capsule top for me. Okay, let's go black. Let's go black shirt for me. I'm going to pull this one. Now again, this is a little bit more interesting. It's got a lot of stripes, but what I love about this shirt, and this would literally just go with everything that I have on my thingy here, where all my clothes are, and that's again the whole point of a capsule, is you're mixing and matching as well, is the structure of this. So I love the fact that it has a lot of interest. It has yeah, just a ton of interest. You can actually style this different ways as well in terms of how you actually button the blouse. Again, this is another Fillmore recent enough purchase, but definitely will go into my white tee because this is definitely an integral part of any capsule wardrobe. Even though I find it quite boring, it'll go with absolutely everything. If you are ever stuck wondering what to put under a beautiful color blazer, for example, so many of my clients go, oh my God, I love that color blazer. I've never worn it because I don't know what to wear with it. A white t-shirt, you cannot go wrong. So yeah, invest in your white tee. So that's okay. Let's move on from tops. And lastly, before we do shoes, let's just look at some jackets and blazers. Now, I am a jacket fiend. I have another wardrobe full of. If I was to look here, I would pick, and I was to pick, let's say, 3 blazers. These are the ones that I would pick. Blazer. It's a gorgeous dark green, rich color. I actually got it in Next last year, but that blazer also goes really beautifully with my boho Chloe inspo skirt from All Saints. So I know that that's definitely a piece, and it goes with my jeans and so on. So it's a great piece. This is a great piece. This blazer I bought, it's actually denim on the back, pinstripe on the front, and again, it's kind of very my aesthetic. It's very funky. It's SJVP Steve Yagen, or Steve and who is it? Steve J and Jan or something. I don't know. He's obviously a designer. I got it in Macy's when I was in New York a few years ago. It was something like $1,500 down to like $100. I didn't get it in Macy's. I got it in, what's that discount store? Massive big one in New York. You'd know it. It'll come to me. But anyway, that's where I got it. I didn't get it in Macy's. I wear this to death. I wear it with jeans. I wear it. It's just a piece. And then this is a very structured, nice tailored jacket. I love the material of this. This is actually Yox 8, their own brand, and I like the hardware. And it kind of takes me anywhere and everywhere, really, this jacket. So this was not too expensive, but it's worn very well. I've had it for a very long time. So they would be the 3 blazers I would bring. And shoes, I can do this super fast. These are my trainers. I wear these all day long. I even sometimes wear these into the gym. Capsule, I can style everything around those. Another capsule item for me all day long would be my silver boots. They go with everything. They're metallic, and literally there's nothing these bad boys don't go with. So they are another absolute capsule for me. I'm going to be greedy and do a couple more. These stone cowboy boots, I got these, they're Steve Madden. I even spilled paint on the bloody things. I need to fix that. Tried to take it off, it's still on it. I wear these with everything. I wear them in the summer because they're super light, and I also wear them in the winter time. These are my ride or die boots. I got them in the States in Steve Madden. What else would I bring with me for a capsule? Okay, a good capsule flat. I'd always advise my clients, and this is really where with clients, with yourself, with capsule, you kind of have to think about, I want stylish, but I also want to be comfortable. These are my comfortable, these are like my ballet pumps. I invested in these, they're Gannies. Again, I have these all year round, year in year. Your feet don't change, not that I know about. I did pay a bit for these, but they're well worth it, and I take them out. I even wear these in summertime sometimes. So that is another capsule for me. What else would I bring with me as a capsule shoe? A heel. Obviously, we want a heel. Okay, these probably would be the most neutral heels I have. They're a black slip, definitely a capsule heel. And then the other heel that I probably would bring with me if I wanted something more closed, and again, I would advise my clients of this as well, would be these jimmies. I've had them forever. Again, obviously invested in them. They go that way, but they're beautiful gold. Gold is my metal of choice, my color of choice, as opposed to silver. Those would be, they will go with me. So I think that's enough. Oh, one more pair. Okay, these are my Stellas. I invested a lot of money in these. These are vegan. They're close to €1,000. I know that's so expensive. However, Stella McCarthy, however, I will have these forever, and they are so comfortable. I could run marathons in these, and what I love about these so much is they're so high, and I would typically wear these under skirts, under dresses, particularly in the wintertime, over my skinny jeans. So these are really kind of my cold winter, you know, when it's cold. Just breaking in just in that early start of spring. I only stopped wearing them probably a week or so ago. I would wear these to death, and they literally go with everything. So these are my ride or die boots as well. Okay, let's go hang all this stuff up, and I'll show you how I style them. I know we're doing capsule, but can I just say, like I always go on about belts, literally you cannot have enough belts. I have so many belts because they change up outfits in seconds. And here's my conclusion. It's very difficult for me to do my own capsule wardrobe because I know what my style is, and everything I buy I gravitate towards, and it all goes together because I've been building my wardrobe up for years. And looking at the capsule wardrobe that I've just made, I'm seriously out of breath because I'm so late and I have to. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I find it so damn boring. I don't know. And I've even shocked myself. I actually have completely shocked myself. You can see by me how colourful I normally am. And yet that was my go-to instinct of a capsule wardrobe. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I'm going back to myself in studio to have an even more in-depth chat about this. Welcome back. What do you think? What did you think of that? I put a little clip in at the end of the overall frustration of how I felt. So I hope you could feel that. And yeah, until next, I'm excited about this. I'm actually very excited about putting together what I perceive to be the proper way to build a capsule wardrobe. We don't even have to call it capsule. We could call it a foundation maybe. I don't know. I need to think a bit more about this. When I say I have thought solidly about this for 4 whole days, I'm not joking. I have genuinely thought solidly for 4 whole days about this. So you're getting a ton of expertise and thought behind how to do this for yourself. And it's free. Anyway, until next week, have a great week. Stay safe, and I will talk to you soon.